Hey guys, it's Paul or Guru. So what I'm doing here is using isopropyl alcohol or whatever on my eyebrows to get all the dirt, grease, nasty shit out. So that the glue will actually stick. So what I do is I take a jumbo ass um Elmer's glue stick, the disappearing purple one, as you can see. And what I do is first I go against the grain when I am trying to get the glue in because you want to sort of agitate it as much as possible. So as you can see, I'm trying to explain it. Sorry, I'm just watching, the playback as I'm speaking. And you can see me going in that motion. So first you're going to go against the grain. I'm going to show you, and then you're going to go with the grain. So then you're going to try to lay as flat as possible. So what I wanted to check in and say that's important is when you're applying your powder to set the glue. First of all, you want to use like a powder puff. It can be an old ass powder puff, whatever, cheap ass powder puff. It doesn't matter. But first, what I like to do is wait for the glue on my eyebrows to dry for a minute before I add the actual powder. And the reason I do this is because in my personal experience, even though, I'm still experimenting, I'm still learning, what I know is that, or what happens to me is that when I add the powder too quickly to the glue, it begins to give it the oatmeal brow texture. It gets really gummy and it starts to kind of coagulate and get weird. So I like to wait as long as possible for them to be pretty set but still kind of sticky for me to add that powder. And what I do is I add that powder very lightly. You don't want to be really harsh because you don't want to disturb the glue. I'm just adding this in there, but girl, you can see I'm just chatting away, just trying to explain my life for some reason. But yep, just fanning that those brows, getting them dry. It was a warm day. So sometimes when it's too hot, the glue won't dry and it won't stick, girl. It'll literally read you for a filth. So yeah, I was just popping in here to say some silly shit. I also want you guys to know that even though like you may not have a lot of money, you can still be creative. Like I literally set my makeup with baby powder. Like, like I find ways, like there's ways to find your way around things, and I am really impressed and I love being able to turn something into nothing. And that's why I love doing these looks cuz I take the cheap Halloween makeup or, not cheap necessarily like it's bad, but low price or whatever. And I make do with it. I make what I can, and I think that I can do a pretty damn good job, and I have better works to come, hopefully. But yeah, girl, turn something into nothing. Turn it out. So guys, right here you can see I'm being a little silly. So I started applying the Mayron pan stick, I guess, in white and using a beauty blender. But I find that I guess this time I found that I do like the brushes and the e.l.f. foundation brushes a little bit more because I think it lays the product on thicker and it sticks to my skin more. I find that the beauty blender it kind of makes the foundation skip a little bit too much, and it could totally be the Mayron product. I mean, it's cheap, but it's what I can afford, and I make it work. So, like I said, just going in, being silly, of course, uh, doing the best I can to blend it in, getting it a little bit on my turban, but it's fine, and trying to make sure I get the most full coverage out of it. And you see right there, I'm taking this kind of space gray blue from Mayron again. Well, first, right now, I'm getting more coverage, but I will add that to the contours of my face. I really liked it. It kind of made me look really ghastly and kind of ghostly and scary, which I live for. You know, I live for a goth queen. Fuck me up. So yeah, that's basically what I was doing right here. Taking my time, you know, beating that mug, and I'll see you again. So I just wanted to come to talk to you guys and say what my channel I want it to be about. I want my channel to be about fun, fierceness, you know. I want there to be positivity here. You know, we can all learn and we can all grow and we can all have fun in makeup. There are no right or wrongs in makeup. I hate when people try to make it seem like that. Makeup is a one size fits all. Patrick Starr said it best. So, you know, have fun, go out, throw on some crazy makeup, throw on some crazy lashes, look crazy, have fun. You don't always have to be so serious, and everything isn't do or die. You know, you can have fun with your life, you can look creative, you can change up your look. So, as you're about to see, I'm about to start adding that sky blue color in the contour in a minute, just a second. I'm gonna do a foundation tutorial in a minute, like a couple days, like natural, not natural, but you know, like skin tone wise, like my skin tone. But what I say about cream contour, or what I would say is, if you're not experienced, the less is more. Because with powders, they're a little bit more forgiving, but with these creams, you have to be a little bit more exact and precise in the way you want to play with shadow and light. So I would say start with little and then build it up because you can literally look crazy and it can look muddy in like a minute. So basically what I'm doing right here is etching and sketching the brows in and then beginning to add my eyeshadow shades. So what you want to remember to do is have a steady hand as possible. Take your time and look from all angles. That's the most important thing. So where you kind of want to start is I actually kind of start where my natural brows are, but I just, you know, kind of take it up, you know, more dramatic, more, you know, higher, fiercer. Um to give me a certain appearance, you know, the eyebrows kind of frame the face and the emotions of the face. So that's what I was going with today. And so you can see I'm actually going in right now, setting the highlights in the concealer with powder first, but then I'm going to take an orangey shade that I actually use to set my highlight tones when I do my makeup. It's called C4 by MAC. It's like in the Studio Fix foundation powder. And then after I blend that out, I'm going to take the androgyny shade out of the Jeffree Star palette and use kind of a crease brush, run it through my crease, and you know, try to get it as sharp as possible. And this is really where you want to look left to right too. Make sure everything is as symmetrical as possible. And remember, what you do on the other side, you must do on the next. So if I make a mistake on one side, that means I have to make the same mistake on the other one. Or I don't have to, but you just kind of have to do that to fix it. Um, so yeah, so I was inspired by Age of Love. It's a techno trance song. Everybody should check it out. I love the jam and spoon mix. For the lid shade, I actually did a mix of Swallow and Fetish, which is a navy blue color, and then I did add a black eyeshadow from NYX to give some intensity to it. Hope you guys all enjoyed the video, and stay tuned. I will have more tutorials coming. Thank you so much. So as you see, I'm adding the orange and mauve tones into the nose contour to kind of snatch it more. Um, and then yeah, I am gonna go in with these blue shades and I'm gonna pack them on slowly with like a packer brush. Forgot to say that. So yeah, use a packer brush on it, really pack it in there. Then like I said, kind of smoked out my eyes with the same kind of like orange, black, blue kind of vibe. So yep, that's pretty much it. In a way, I kind of made it a cream because I mixed it. I believe I mixed it with this sky blue. So then I made it kind of like a creamy texture, as you can see. It's sliding on, and then I kind of used shadows and darker tones to really, pack it on there. But I used the cream to set it almost as a base. So if I would have went out, I would have had a base underneath to really reinforce the shadow.